Mr. Speaker, I hope the Republicans will spare us the lectures on fiscal responsibility. And then, Mr. Speaker, they start saying that, well, you're spending it, but you're not spending it right. You can spare us the lectures on spending. Need we bring up Katrina? Need we bring up Iraq? Mr. Speaker, we don't really need lectures from the most blatantly irresponsible spending Congress in the history of this illustrious body. Now, the Homeland Security Department was created by the Republican Party, Mr. Speaker. They ran on it. They ran campaigns against Max Cleland on it. They created it. And so now they're saying that if we actually fund it to protect the country, that somehow we're doing something wrong. That's what you do with programs at work. You fund them. And now, more to the point of what I think the real substance of this argument is really all about. The National Intelligence Estimate said that the war in Iraq has created more terrorists around the globe. And that means, Mr. Speaker, that there are more terrorists out there now than there were before, and they're all coming to get us here in the United States. And President Bush even says all the time, you know, if we don't fight them over there, they're going to come over here and get us. So what we're trying to do in this bill is to protect the homeland. We're trying to protect against all those terrorists that have been created in the last 5 years, that have joined al-Qaeda and all of these other groups that now want, I will not yield, now want to come over here. We're trying to actually protect the homeland. So we want to secure the ports. We want to make sure we have the first responders. And you're impeding progress with the shenanigans that have been going on here the last 24 hours. And I will not yield. The problem with this is that, God forbid, something does happen in this country. Every minute that we waste here is one more minute that the terrorists get to attack this country without the proper port security, without the proper border security. So as you delay and you move to rise and you move to adjourn, Mr. Speaker, as the Republicans move to rise, as they move to adjourn, as they try to filibuster, Mr. Speaker, that is just buying time for these programs not to get implemented. And God forbid the American people, after another attack, come to us and say, what were you doing? Why didn't you have the technology on the ports? You're going to have to go, the Republicans are going to have to go back home to their district and say, we were filibustering this bill. Now, the bottom line is this. I will not yield. You guys have had the floor for 24 hours. You know, you could let us say a few words. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. The new Democratic Congress has fulfilled the promises that we've made, Mr. Speaker. Passed the minimum wage, cut student loan interest rates in half, security issues. And when you look at the budgets that we have passed, the largest increase in veteran spending in the history of the VA to take care of those soldiers who are out there, $500 to $600 increase in the Pell Grant, fully funding Head Start, S-CHIP, Even Start, after-school programs, investment in alternative energy sources. If I was you, I wouldn't want our bills to pass either, because when these pass and we take it to the American people, Mr. Speaker, our friends on the other side are going to wish they would have had the level of competence that the Democrats had when we, and I yield back.
From Texas, Rise.